beginner crochet. You are learning to crochet, you're in the right place. Step 1 that you might have seen recently is the slip knot. Step 2 is the chain. Yay! This step will take some time if you're a beginner to be comfortable with crocheting. So this step is very important. When I was 10 years old, this is how I was taught. So I'm here to share with all of those who want to learn to crochet. Thank you for crocheting with me. We have the slip knot, right? So we have the tail end and we have the one that is attached to your yarn. I am using a 9mm needle, which is a pretty big hook. And I am using a chenille yarn. These are very soft and they're thicker. They're nice for blankets. They're great for scarves and hats for very cold winters, or a bath mat. Stick with me. You'll learn how to make all of those things. Okay, so this is a chain. I'm going to hold my needle like this, and I am holding the string with my pointer. There's different ways of holding your yarn. I like to hold it with 3 under and then over my pointer. And I work like a sewing machine. So I loosen up and pick up my fingers while this hand is pulling, as you will see. Okay. Now I'm going to see like a bobbin. So let me show you that again. Pick it up with my fingers. Let me see if I can show you a better way. So it's like a sewing, like a bobbin. So I'm going up and down. See, up and down. You see the yarn where it's coming from. And I'm holding it through all 3. And I'm going to push this down with my pointer. I'm holding the needle like this. I am going to go around once. I'm going to hold the knot on the slip knot. I'm going to turn the needle. So it faces up when you're grabbing, but you turn in when you're going to pull through. So you pull through and you have your first chain. Once again, grab. And if you're not comfortable or you haven't yet figured out how you would like to hold your yarn, you can also just place the yarn around. So you can grab it, place it around. The way I'm holding it, I like to grab the chain before starting the new one. So it helps with tension. It helps with making the chains look more similar. So once again, the needle is up to grab the string. Then I turn it to the side and pull it through the loop. There's 2 chains. If you're using a lighter yarn, try to get yourself a 6 or 7mm needle so it'll be more comfortable. I'm using a 9 because I have a thicker yarn. So once again, I'm going to pull it through. The needle is facing up. I am holding the yarn that's attached that I pulled around. So yeah, I'm going to pull it around. I am holding it. I am holding with my pointer. See this? Holding with my pointer the chain that I previously made. And then I am going to secure my yarn with the hook that's facing up. But as it's secured, I'm going to turn it in and pull it through. And let me get you a little closer. Okay, you can do this, securing your yarn on the hook, then turn it and pull through. As you can see, my chains look similar. You will be ready for the next step the moment your chains look similar. There are times where you're learning, and as you're learning, you might not have a lot of tension. I'll show you. And then you're going to have nice chains, or you're going to have big chains, or even a tight little chain like so that you won't be able to work on because it's so small and tight, like this one. And this one's too big. I could put my whole thumb through. This one's a little loose, and so this one's a nice one. This one's a nice one. And what I mean that you can't put your hook through, when we learn the next step, which is single crochet, see, I cannot get my hook through. And the loose one, I can get it through, of course. But when I do the work, it's going to look sloppy. This is going to be the stage that beginners are going to practice the most. Let's do this again. So we'll start with the slip knot from the previous. So I have it on my finger. I cross the end and I put in my thumb. I grab from the yarn and I created a loop. Then I pull the end and hold the loop. Then I put in the needle and I pull from the yarn that is attached. Now we're going back to chains. So it's around, turn in, around, secure it, turn it in and out. So there are 2 chains there. Best way to practice your chains is grab a small ball of yarn, because what you're going to be doing is practicing your chains, right? Like so. See? Trying to hold it so that you can see it. And if they don't look the same, then that means you're not there yet, and you're gonna, what? Yes, you are. You're going to start all over again. A nice ball of yarn. Once you get the hang of it, you will do chains with your whole yarn, and you will check your work. If your work looks more similar than not, that means you're getting it. So once again, I am putting my needle through the loop. I'm grabbing one, holding the knot, secured. The one that I grabbed is secured under the hook. Then I'm going to turn it sideways so that I can slip it in easier. So grab, turn it sideways, grab, turn it sideways, grab, turn it sideways, grab, turn it sideways. And here we have a beautiful chain. Continue to practice. If I film the next video, which is the next step, single crochet, before you have mastered your chain, don't fret. It will be there when you're ready. Okay? Love you all. Now let's try a yarn that most people would be using. You can buy at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, so that you may be able to see the stitching a little bit better. Here we have a basic style yarn and basic thickness. These you can find at the store. There are 2 ends. There is an end that comes from within the yarn, and these are called skeins. There is an end that is from the outside of the yarn. I say just lightly turn and then tuck. The best end to use is the one that comes from inside because it unravels. It's easy to pull and it unravels nicer. So let's try with this yarn. This needle would be too big. A 9mm would be too big. A 6, a 7 would be actually more perfect for this yarn. But it's just for a tutorial. We're going to do a slip knot with the needle. So it's yarn, needle, cross upwards, grab the yarn that is attached, and you are going to make a beautiful ribbon, right? Remember? Let's show you bigger. A beautiful ribbon, right? We're going to go under with the hook showing upwards. We're going to take the yarn that is attached to the skein and go under and over. You're going to grab your little X from the ribbon, right? So you're grabbing with the hook, secure it, turn sideways and in. Okay. This is what you should have. A knot right here and a loop. You're going to put your needle back in. You're going to squeeze, you're going to grab the loop and you're going to just lightly pull on the short end. It will tighten your knot. Then you will pull on the end that is attached to the yarn so that you can tighten your loop. Now, time to create chains. So the short end, keep it under. You're going to go around, take your pointer and hold the knot. You're going to secure under the hook and then you're going to turn it and go through the loop. Okay, once again, around, secure, turn and through. Around, secure, turn and through. Around, secure, turn and through. You're going through the loop that your hook is inside of. Around, secure, turn and through. One more time. Around, secure, turn and through that loop. And these are the chains. I'm going to go a little bit faster. And as you can see, as your chain is getting longer, move your pointer and thumb more closer to the needle, or I would say, since it is a smaller yarn, hold the second chain to last. So around, holding the second chain to last. Secure, turn and through. Around, and I'm moving up to the next chain, but that's not the last. Secure, turn and through. Around, secure, turn and through. These are my chains. So they are more uniformed, and when you learn your own tension, when you get more practice, you will get nice chains like this. Okay, so my suggestion is make a ball or grab one skein and you just make as many chains until you feel you got the hang of it. Now, here's a little change up. So these are loose. These are more uniformed. These are more bigger. I'm going to go back to the ones that are more uniformed. And by holding the chain to last, so the second chain to last, and by making sure that this yarn that is attached to the skein is not too loose, you can come up a little bit higher to the needle, then around, so it's secured right away, turn and through. Around, secured, turn and through the loop. So this is your loop, the one that is inside the needle. around, secure, turn, and through. And there you go. Have fun practicing. Don't get discouraged. It takes a while. At the tender age of 10, I had to make chains for months. Months, I tell you. And my teacher would look at my chains, and then she decided I was ready for the next step. Have fun. Good luck, everyone. Love, love. Bye.